Oh, hey, sorry. I was just reading another dry, dense white paper that was exhaustively discussing the impact of. And hey, I love white papers. In my business, I have the opportunity to learn about so many brand new discoveries and technical advances. And so many of these white papers even put me to sleep. Imagine how your average customer feels. Not all white papers have to read like peer-reviewed laboratory findings. White papers can also speak in a conversational tone. Imagine, during a spirited conversation, someone says, "Wow, that is so interesting. Could you tell me more about that?" And you immediately take off your human suit to reveal a jargon-spewing, droning robot. Sadly, that's what most white papers are. Breaking news! White papers do not have to be boring. Do you have some ideas for some good ones percolating in your marketing plan? What time is it? Just about 3 or 4 p.m. Use this time to take in these 4 tips on how to write more interesting white papers. Snooze on them so you can get ready for that burst of inspiration tomorrow. Number 1, make white papers a natural extension of a conversation. So, your website gives a powerhouse overview of your product or service's most compelling features. Not everybody needs or even wants a half dozen more pages of information to scroll through. This is where white papers can come in. White papers are longer, more in-depth resources that let you elaborate on certain themes without scaring everybody else out of the store. Number 2, they're not a sales pitch. The goal of a white paper is to establish credibility. Use them to position yourself as an industry expert. Support the journey of your ideal customer by demonstrating that you're well endowed with viable solutions and knowledgeable information. A white paper is not a long-form pamphlet. 3, a white paper is not Instagram. They're not just for showing off. Proving what you know and attempting to help and teach others are 2 different motives. White papers are here to help your customer learn about an important theme that affects your industry. They're meant to be a stimulating resource to align your business's product or solution with an interesting problem or industry trend that your ideal customer is experiencing. Number 4, why oh why is it that once we learn something, we immediately start speaking in jargon-laden, hard to relate to language? People tend to think that jargon makes them sound smart, but if we're here to teach our customer about something, filling it with words and phrases that they might not be familiar with is a perilous move. White papers are meant to teach and guide customers. Don't lose the message in some tech speak mumbo jumbo. Okay, cool. So that's 4 really good tips to get you started on your next white paper. As always, we're all about helping companies that tend to fall back on those jargon-laden, tech-infused word walls. We want you to bust through those bricks and start creating compelling, captivating content that your customer will actually understand. Check out the links below. As always, we've got some great resources to make sure your website is not putting your customer to sleep.